today's Toy Spot, we are having a look at the Diamond Select Toys Muppets, the collectible action figures. One of the cool things about the Diamond Select releases is that not only are you getting a primary character, in this case it would be Kermit, but you also get Bean and you get Robin. You get a ton of different accessories, a chair, a little stool, a little log, a banjo, and a guitar. This comes to us, like Spot had mentioned, from the folks over at Diamond Select Toys. It's recommended for ages 8 and up. Spin around the side of the box, or package-wise, we got a funny looking, not funny, but a very thought-provoking Kermit. Wonder what he's deep in thought thinking about. And then on the back, the 3 figures. Once again, Robin on the side there, Kermit in the middle, Bean on the other side. Also be on the lookout for Fozzie and Scooter, and Gonzo and Camilla. This is the first wave of Muppet figures. To check out more from Diamond Select Toys, head over to www.diamondselecttoys.com. Spot's going to take a break and get this opened up. When we come back, though, we're going to get a better look at the brand new Muppets collectible action figures of Muppet Kermit, Muppet Robin, and Muppet Bean. There's more anyway, guys. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Spot's been such a huge fan of the Muppets ever since he was a little kid that to finally get Muppets from Diamond Select Toys is pretty exciting to me. Let's have a look at the figures, then we'll kind of touch base on all the accessories that they come included with. Let's look at the main character. Spot had mentioned that also the figure sets are being released with a primary and then they kind of get secondary characters. It may not be 100% true because the Fonzie and Scooter, I guess for their own purposes, are really their own main characters. They're not really side characters from one another. Okay, so let's have a look at Kermit the Frog. Now the thing about these figures, they are super detailed. They look like they've just been taken out of the show, but they are small. Kermit, while being the larger of the 3 figures, he's going to be a little bit smaller than some of the other Muppet releases. And I'll show you comparisons when we get the other figures in their respected sets opened up. But all things considered, the figure turned out pretty good. A little bit on the white area of the eye that's not quite a solid white. There's a little bit of the, I guess, the green peeking through. But other than that, I think the figure turned out pretty good. He's very skinny. This is not something I would say, I would say that this is geared towards more an adult collectible as opposed to something that you're going to be giving a kid. A child may appreciate Muppets, but also something like this is very fragile that I would say probably more geared towards the adult collector. What I do like about Kermit, and Robin kind of has that going on as well, is that Diamond Select didn't just give him simply a smooth-coated plastic. In fact, they've given it almost more of a textured plastic, simulating the material that they would have used to create the Muppets in the first place, like this sort of felt Muppet material. But yes, he is on the skinny side. He's got his mouth open there. I wonder, hopefully they might give us more other, Kermits. I'd love to see them do more Muppet figures in general, but I'd like to see more Kermits released as well, like different expression Kermits. Maybe that perturbed Kermit, where he's got like his mouth kind of partially closed. I think that would be kind of fun. But he does have some posability. His head is on, a sort of a pivot ball joint. There's the hinge right there that allows the neck to move up and down, but then moves slightly left and right. It's a little on the stiff side. It does, as you can see, it does move up and down. I like the texturing that they've also put in his neck. As for his arms hinge out. They rotate forward and back, and again, kind of the same vein as well as the Jack Skellington. Some caution should be made when handling the figures, especially Kermit because he's got such very small limbs. His elbow does rotate. It does look like there's also a rotation in the elbow, which is quite really an accomplishment for a figure this small. Hand rotates, as well as there's that hinge in the hand. Legs hinge forward and back. Kind of doesn't really allow the legs to move backwards at all, but not that you really would need Kermit to have his legs moving backwards. Doesn't seem to hinge out. It does have a hinge in the knee, which also does allow the leg to rotate, so you can have the leg kind of up if Kermit wants to be sipping some iced tea. I love those memes. And there's that hinge also in the foot. Because he is so small, it does make him a little problematic for standing up. But the beauty of Diamond Select is they've given you a whole bunch of different accessories. They gave him a stool, although more probably suitable for Robin just due to his size. Also gave him a log you can have him sitting on. Or you also have something a little bit more Hollywood. He's got a Hollywood chair as well. And you know what? Let's see. How did Spot have this initially? Kind of have his leg up like that. Get his arms out of the way, of course. There we go. And there's Kermit sitting in his chair, just relaxing in between shoots. You can also jazz him up a little bit too by the inclusion of his banjo. You can strum some tunes. The Rainbow Connection. The Lovers, the Dreamers, and me. Let's go ahead and put him over the head here. There we go. Get him around his elbow. And you can have Kermit with his banjo. Now, the banjo, kind of in the same way as the guitar, the banjo really will be more so sitting across his shoulder. You can try your best to get him to hold it, but because he's got such flat hands, there's really not going to be a lot of opportunity for his hands to hold much. I'd be likely to display him with his banjo. It just seems more trademark for Kermit. Let's go ahead and take the banjo out. And again, you can replace it with the guitar, but you will want to kind of do some adjusting. So you might want to adjust the elbow. Bring the hand up there. You can put the guitar in one hand. I mean, he does hold the guitar in the sense that you could get him to hold the handle. This would be probably a good opportunity as well, that you could rely on his leg to help hold up the guitar. You know, if you want to have him put it on the chair holding the guitar like that. Guitar doesn't have any sort of shoulder strap, so he doesn't really, it doesn't hold it in that way. I mean, you'd have to have him holding it. Guitar looks nice though. Put that there. So what we'll do, kind of keep Kermit here in hand for a second. Straighten out his legs. There we go. Let's bring in little Robin. Good old little Robin. I love this guy. That's right, Uncle Kermit. That's not what he said. Well, that is what he says, but that's certainly not in that bad impression. Now, he doesn't have as much posability as Kermit. Kermit's got a lot more going on for him. I like that they included Robin, though. For Kermit to be at the size that he is, it makes sense to give him smaller characters. You would not pair, of course, Kermit with Miss Piggy. Miss Piggy probably will come with her own tons of different accessories, I'm sure. Just put Kermit. I love this pose. I just love the little leg crossed. We'll put Kermit right there. He can kind of just watch the rest of this review. There's a little tiny Robin. Now, he doesn't have as much posability. His head is what appears to be on a ball joint. Shoulders just are on the equivalent of a ball joint. The shoulder is pegged in there as if it's a ball joint, so it rotates all the way around. And he does have some mild posability in the legs, not really much. I guess if you wanted to, you could. Let's see if I can get the legs to bend here. I guess you really don't even need the legs to bend. You kind of have Robin just sitting on a stool there. There we go. He can hang out with his Uncle Kermit. And finally, the last little accessory. I say this in the sense that I'm an older guy. I'm an old guy after all. But here we have Bean. What I'm going to say, though, is he's a later introduced Muppet. No, he's not, Spotty's been around for... Well, he's not certainly in the vein of like the old Muppets. I don't recall him being in the original Muppet show. He's a cute little rabbit. He's got some posability, kind of a little bit better than Robin. His arms do move out rotate forward and back. He does have a little swivel in the wrist there. Swiveled head, and mild swivel in the head. There he is, a size comparison next to Robin. Are you my Uncle Kermit? No, he's not. Silly Robin. I do like this set though. Spot's of course going to be having a look at the other figures as well from the brand new. You know what? Why are we over here? Let's move these guys here. There we go. Spot's going to be having a look at the other figures from the upcoming, or not even the upcoming, the first wave of Muppets figures from Diamond Select Toys. Certainly as it goes, I'm very excited being a Muppet fan. I grew up with Muppets, so like this is right up my alley. We'll just kind of put the other instruments. There we go. Today's Toy Spot. Spot was having a look at the brand new Muppets from the folks over at Diamond Select Toys. Certainly stay tuned, guys. Spot's going to have more videos heading your way. We're going to have a look at the other 2 figure release sets, including, of course, Gonzo and Camilla and Scooter and Fozzie Bear. Those will be right around the corner from certainly this video right here. As always, though, thanks for watching, as you always do. I'll see you guys next time.